Alright, let's just do an example of the secant method for solving the function x is equal to cos of x, and we know that all these methods we have studied so far are used for solving the function of the form of x is equal to 0. So that's why first of all I will transform this function x is equal to cos of x into f of x is equal to 0 by taking cos of x towards the left hand side. So x minus cos of x is equal to 0 is now the expression of f of x. According to the secant method formula, for calculating the first approximation, we need the two initial guesses x of I and x of I minus 1. And since this is an open bracket method, so we don't need to make sure the condition of f of x of I into f of x of I minus 1 should be less than 0. Means we don't need to bound the root of the equation within that particular interval. We can just randomly make the two initial guesses. So for I is equal to 1, we will have the above formula translated like x of 2 is equal to x of 1 minus f of x of 1 into x of 1 minus x of 0 divided by f of x of 1 minus f of x of 0. So let's just say that x0 is equal to 0 and and x1 is equal to 1, and at these 2 points f of x is equal to 0 minus cos of 0, which gives us minus 1, and then for x is equal to 1 we will have f of x is equal to 1 minus cos of 1. One thing you need to notice is that while always try solving the trigonometric functions, you just need to change the calculator mode into radians. Okay, so you will get 1 minus cos of 1 is equal to 0.4596. I will just take the 4 decimal places for making our calculation simpler. So let's just employ the formula for calculating x2. We will have x1 which is equal to 1 minus f of x of 1 which is equal to 0.4596. In this case x1 is 1 minus 0 divided by x1 is equal to 0.4596 minus and then minus 1 which is equal to plus 1. When you will simplify this expression, you will get the resultant, that is equal to 0.6850. As I previously said, I will just perform the calculations up to 4 decimal places. Now let's just calculate f of x2 as we need to use it in my formula. So f of x of 2 is equal to 0.6850 minus cos of 0.6850. Okay, so let's just simplify this and you will get f of x2 comes out to be a negative number minus 0.0892. Okay, now it's just like we need to take the two initial guesses, and it's not like that the bracketing method. We will just do the use the two consecutive values. So we will use x1 and x2 as our next interval points. So x3 is equal to x2 minus f of x2 minus x1 divided by f of x2 minus f of x1. So when you will substitute the values of the arguments and the value and the values of the functions at these 2 points in the given formula. So you will get, at the place of x2 you will have to substitute 0.6850, then minus of this formula, then f of x of 2, which is equal to minus 0.0892, and then the difference between these two arguments, 0.6850 minus 1, which is equal to minus 0.315, and all the other values of the formulas component. And after simplifying this expression, you got x3 is equal to 0.7361. so x2 was equal to 0.6850 and x3 is equal to 0.7361. so let's just calculate the relative approximate error, that is given as E of r, which is equal to x3 minus x2 divided by x3 and the absolute value of it multiplied by 100. So in place of x3 we just need to substitute 0.7361 minus x2, which was equal to 0.6850, and then again divided by 0.7361 into 100. So when you will substitute or simplify this expression, you will get the resultant comes out to be, or the relative approximate error is only 6.94%. that is very very small. Means starting with the one initial guess, you have just approximated the root very closely, and it is giving us the error only 6%. You can keep on continuing this process until you get your desired value of the error. So the next updated interval should be x2 to x3. okay, and by applying the same formula you can keep continuing the process.